Hey VC, what's up? It's Rod. I'm back to do a video. I watched a video this morning by Melinda Murphy, and it was really a brilliant video. I'm not just saying that, but she talked about the gouging prices of albums now, how it's gone outrageous. A lot of it's like the record store day releases and stuff. The Foo Fighters, their tribute to the Bee Gees, Hail Satin, is like $165. One guy on eBay is charging $245. I hope he gets stuck with it. They've gone crazy, especially record store day. And sometimes, I guess it's a Tom Petty record store day, and they released it as an official release like a month later. So I didn't need to pick it up that day. I could have waited, but you don't know. Actually, I think I knew about that one. It's getting re-released. The Grateful Dead, Sage and Spirits, Sage and Spirits. I was not able to find this on Record Store Day, and a friend of mine, Mike, up in New Jersey, he picked it up for me and mailed it to me for free. Mike from Jam on Vinyl. Appreciate it, Mike. Still love this album. But that album's going for like $80 now. This Collective Soul, going for like $50, $60. A great album, but they're out of control with prices. But sometimes you get lucky and you could find something for Record Store Day that people may have speculated was going to be a high-priced, sought-after item. Randy Newman was one I kind of wanted to get, but if I knew if I bought it, that would be my entire Record Store Day. And luckily I didn't find it because it'll wipe me out. But I'm figuring, man, it's going to go for outrageous prices because it sold for about $120 on Record Store Day. I found it on eBay, and the guy gave me a great deal. He sold it to me for less than what he paid for it on Record Store Day. So I was delighted, and it's the Randy Newman box set. I just got it in today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 albums on here. Beautiful box set. I'm a huge Randy Newman fan. And I had ordered it like a week or two ago. But the video Melinda did this morning was so just right on the money. Pardon the pun. How expensive everything's gotten. The Foo Fighters tribute to the Bee Gees, people paying that much. There's really nothing you can do about it. I mean, you can't stop a guy from buying a record. You don't know what he's going to do with it. And also, she was talking about, because one album sells for, $80, then people think they're all worth 80. And once Discog sells that album for a high price, everyone's going to want that. And when does it stop? As a guy who used to flea market, and I flipped things, and that's how I got back into music, back into records. Things go up, they peak, and then they completely bottom out. And hopefully that will happen with the album sales. I've seen it happen with many different things. For a while, and anything railroad, but especially the lanterns. Man, if you could find one, you're going to make money on it if you could get it cheap. They were everywhere. I mean, everyone wanted them. Then for some reason, the bottom dropped out on it, and people who paid $150 for theirs, they can't even sell it for, $50, $60 because it's dropped. That's all they're going to get for it. So I'm kind of hoping that's going to happen with albums. Eventually, the flippers are going to be phased out. if people stop paying that for the albums. Anyway, Randy Newman. Let's see the albums. The Born Again album. This, for some reason, has always reminded me of, maybe the makeup reminded me of the Kiss solo albums. Born Again, Randy Newman. Let's see if there's any songs on here people may know. It's Money That I Love. Was a small radio hit. Saw him perform that on Saturday Night Live. Trouble in Paradise. And all these albums are really good. Looks like this one has an insert with it. Trouble in Paradise. I Love LA. I Love LA. I think everyone heard that song back in the 80s. Randy Newman. This is one I had on CD. Dixie Flyer, Four Eyes, Falling in Love, Red Bandana, Follow the Flag, Roll with the Punches. And I think this was songs that he had recorded earlier in his career that were just getting released. This is one I'm not familiar with. And I saw Randall Nelson review this box set or talk about it. And he said this was one of the albums he never really liked. It looks like a soundtrack. I don't know if it is or not. I have to investigate that. Randy Newman is best known for his soundtracks, unfortunately. I mean, not unfortunately, but he does a lot of other things besides soundtracks. Randy Newman, Bad Love. This is one I was not familiar with at all. Every Time It Rains. I don't recognize anything on here, but that doesn't mean anything. Sometimes you hear it and you're like, oh, yeah. Randy Newman, Harps and Angels. And this one, again, it came with an insert of lyrics and things. I love that cover. I love junk like that, man. I'm a junker. I'm a picker, dude, at heart. And like I said, that's what helped me get back into vinyl. I was coming across so many people wanting albums, and at that time I was finding them at Goodwill for $1. And I decided some of these I like, so I was able to get a used turntable, because that's what I did. I'm always moving merchandise, and I gradually worked my way up to a nice system. But if it wasn't for flipping albums, Dark Matter. So that's my latest find. And even though I said I was going to go on a buying hiatus, this is from Record Store Day, and I said I was going to buy it Record Store Day because I could kind of twist it and make it seem like it's okay. Anyway, yeah, the prices of albums crazy, but I think it's going to hit a certain point and bottom out, like so many other things have done. I've seen it happen before. There was a time, it was 2017, that VCRs started selling like for 35, 40, 50 bucks. And a friend of mine tipped me off in January that year. He said, buy every VCR you could find. And I was buying them at Goodwill for $5, yard sales $5. And I started selling them for 35 and 40 bucks. It was great. Everyone caught on to it. That's what they wanted for their VCRs. So there was no money in it anymore. And I think that's what's going to happen to the whole record scene, just bottom out. Anyway, I wanted to show you this. I'm going to enjoy this tonight. Talk about the prices and just hang out with you. I appreciate y'all watching. Be good.